sentía obviamente listo para ganar y ahora sí que ser el mejor. En ese momento ganarle al mejor, pues me convertiría en el mejor del mundo.
Mayweather was the consensus #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
I get goosebumps in my arms. The hair is standing up on my neck. The crowd is electrified. This kid loves it.
You just don't fight Floyd Mayweather at that age. Why would you do that?
Pues hay peleas y riesgos que tienes que tomar.
Se sentía algo pues, que nunca había sentido, algo increíble.
You're looking at one of the greatest athletes in the history of boxing, and I feel definitely the greatest defensive fighter that ever lived.
It was just a clinic by Mayweather.
Great champion, Floyd Mayweather Jr. What a boxing lesson he's given this kid today.
Ahorita si fuera en este momento, imagínate, ahí le desbarato los hombros primero. Sería una pelea completamente diferente.
Tonight from Las Vegas, Nevada, in the United States of America, boxing is making history with an audience exceeding 1.6 billion. So live from the famous Las Vegas Strip, it's the World WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine Super Welterweight Championship. Floyd Mayweather, 44-0 with 26 knockouts. Canelo Alvarez, 42-0, undefeated, 2 world titles, 30 knockouts. What a night it is. This is unbelievable. Well, we're all set. Here he is, Saul Canelo Alvarez, the reigning WBC, WBA world champion at 154. When they see him, he hasn't appeared. This crowd will go nuts.
Pues me sentía bien, venía ascendiendo rápido, haciendo peleas importantes. Unifiqué con Austin Trump una pelea antes. Obviamente listo para ganar y para ahora sí que ser el mejor, ¿no? En ese momento ganarle al mejor, pues me convertiría en el mejor del mundo y me sentía bien. La verdad que mi equipo y yo nos sentíamos listos prácticamente para ganar esa pelea.
Please welcome to the ring, the young boxing idol from Mexico, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Listen to the Mexican crowd. This kid loves it, so he's not intimidated, Dave.
He's already an 8-year pro at his young age, and they had 40,000 people there, sold that out in a day. This fight sold out in a day. He loves to play to the people. It's a natural phenomenon for him. He's relaxed, he's composed, he's in the entertainment business.
Coming into 2013, Canelo was the burgeoning Mexican star. Every generation has one. And it seems as though Mexico had been looking for a fighter of the caliber of Julio Cesar Chavez. And there was no doubt that to the experts and the people involved in the industry, if there were going to be someone that almost came out of central casting that was going to take this mantle, there's no doubt about it, Canelo was anointed as the next Mexican star that was going to carry this business.
Mis jefes me enviaron a ver a este jovencito que todavía peleaba en México, que estaba llamando la atención, y yo la verdad fui con todas las dudas del mundo. Yo dije, está muy chico, le falta experiencia. Lo vi pelear y dije, donde pega hace hoyo.
I remember the kind of like commotion around the guy and just hearing that there's a new guy from Mexico that is really good and touted to be, you know, a great.
Me acuerdo perfectamente ese sentimiento cuando voy saliendo ahí y la gente empieza a gritar Canelo, el nombre de Canelo. Se sentía algo pues, que nunca había sentido. La verdad es que en esa magnitud, con esa vibra de la gente, era algo especial, algo diferente, algo increíble.
When you're a star in the making like Canelo Alvarez, you just don't fight Floyd Mayweather at that age. Why would you do that? And I was shocked that he did, actually.
You can't believe the anticipation, folks, in this crowd. And I get goosebumps in my arms. The hair is standing up on my neck. The crowd is electrified. And now here comes the man that makes it all possible, Floyd Mayweather Jr. But in all honesty, Dave, both you and I know you're looking at one of the greatest athletes in the history of boxing. And I feel definitely the greatest defensive fighter that ever lived.
How highly do I rate Floyd on the all-time pound-for-pound list? I would probably say top 5. Floyd is definitely one of those guys who transcended the sport.
Floyd Mayweather at that point was the consensus #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, previously undefeated, and thought of really as almost this unsolvable riddle that no one had been really able to puncture him. Mayweather hadn't really come close to losing for well over a decade, and it was at that point that it was decided that they would try to solve this puzzle.
Canelo was in his ascent. I mean, it was one of those moments where you said, if Canelo can beat Floyd Mayweather, there's no stopping this kid.
Yo creo que no hay ninguna excusa en ese momento. ¿Por qué? Porque nosotros nos sentíamos muy preparados, nos sentíamos convencidos de que Canelo podía ganarle. Hicimos una preparación de casi 3 meses allá en Big Bear. Pues hay peleas y riesgos que tienes que tomar. Nosotros sabíamos que y teníamos la seguridad de que teníamos todo para ganarle. Teníamos un boxeador más joven, un boxeador talentoso, con buena pegada, disciplinado, sin lesiones. Sentimos que con lo que veníamos ofreciendo en peleas anteriores, teníamos para ganarle a Floyd Mayweather.
Some people counted on maybe his youth, maybe the power, maybe the fact that, you know, he has this Mexican mentality where he just comes forward and gives it his all.
Mr. Mayweather, Mr. Alvarez, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to keep this fight clean at all times. I want you to protect yourself at all times. And what I say, you must obey. Good luck to both of you. Touch him up, Brennan Suarte.
He probably could have milked a few more multi-million-dollar paydays, kept collecting belts, but he took the risk of actually fighting a master boxer that was still thought to be at the apex of his career.
I mean, no one could have really, in their right mind, believed at that stage that he could beat Floyd Mayweather, other than Canelo Alvarez.
Here we go. Alvarez, needless to say, in the green trunks to the left of your screen. Ronnie Mayweather will try to show speed early. He gets off the first shot. Alvarez goes with a straight right, a little bit of nervousness there as he's off balance and slides off to his left. But he's okay, no question about it. Floyd feints and then throws. Floyd takes command.
There's the shoulder by Mayweather. You see that he goes in with the jab, and once he gets a comfort zone, it's almost impossible to hit him, and that's where the idea for Canelo of starting early comes from. You have to try to get him out of that. And Canelo looking to land a right hand over the top there, a little feinting.
Y ahí en el primer round empecé tranquilo, fintando, también esperando a ver qué era lo que mostraba. Estaba tranquilo.
This guy has extraordinary hand and foot speed. You just can't nail Mayweather with a clean shot.
Ahí lo finto para acá y me quiso contragolpear, pero como lo finté, no pudo contragolpearme. Para eso eran precisamente las fintas, ¿no? Para su contragolpe que él tenía. A la hora que lo fintaba y veía que no lo tiraba, pues no, él tampoco podía contragolpearme sólido.
If Canelo's going to get to him early in this fight is his chance, and I think now that he's shaking off the cobwebs, this is the round he's going to take his first crack at it.
Well, he landed a sort of body shot on the side of the body of Mayweather. But folks, as you watch Floyd Mayweather Jr., watch the way he attacks with the left hand. He's in and he's out just as quick. That's what my good friend, the late Angelo Dundee, used to say to Ray Leonard and Muhammad Ali. In and out, hit and don't get hit, son. Hit and don't get hit. That's the object, and it's what Floyd Mayweather Jr. lives by. Canelo Alvarez, certainly the future of boxing, but the present is still Floyd Mayweather.
Obviamente es un peleador muy habilidoso, tira y se mueve hacia atrás, muy buen movimiento de piernas, su defensa es muy buena, pero como te digo, siempre buscándole la manera de cómo golpearlo, traté de golpearlo abajo, arriba. Cuando lo golpeaba abajo, él me contragolpeaba con uno, porque realmente no me hacía prácticamente nada.
This is very early in the fight. We're only in the second round. There's all kinds of anticipation. I was just barely touching him, but the crowd, primarily a Mexican crowd here in the hometown of Floyd Mayweather. They want to see Alvarez win. At least 2 Mexicans we know have paid $50,000 to sit at ringside.
Si Floyd Mayweather no tiene un peleador interesante, un peleador importante con el que pelea, él no vende solo.
Mayweather had just signed his new deal with the network. The previous fight didn't do well on pay-per-view. Boxing is a business dressed up as a sport. So from the Mayweather side of things, they needed a dance partner that filled the marquee well.
No, pues me ofrecieron la pelea cuando yo tenía 18 años. Me ofrecían $1 millón por pelear con él. En ese momento yo ganaba 100,000 pesos. En dólares son $5,000. Pero seguían dando los camiones, tenía 3 trabajos. Le dije a Eddie, pues $1 millón me sacaría de muchas cosas, ¿no? Y Eddie me dijo, no vas a pelear. Me dijo, en unos años, dice, vas a recibir 10 veces más. De mí te acuerdas. Y pues pasó lo que pasó, ¿no?
There's a right hand in the corner. There's a second right hand. He says it doesn't hurt, but it does on this judge's scorecard, and that's what it counts.
Era desesperante no poder conectarlo con los golpes que yo hubiese querido.
He's outboxed this guy as he planned to do.
Floyd es un peleador con muchísimas cualidades que te pelea en cualquier parte del ring. Te pelea en lo corto, te pelea a su distancia, por piernas, te finta, te contragolpea. Es la verdad uno de los peleadores más completos que ha habido en el boxeo.
Mayweather was just outboxing him. Whenever Canelo threw a combination from the outside, Mayweather ducked it and countered back. It was just a clinic by Mayweather. And that's because Canelo, for whatever reason, decided to fight his fight.
He had no shot of winning that type of fight. You cannot play chess with Bobby Fischer.
You know, what's interesting about Mayweather's style here, we saw in the Guerrero fight, he chose to be in front of him more and make it a little bit more of a brawl to entertain people. Against Canelo, he's gone back to the old Floyd in using the angles and doesn't want to get hit. This round has a little bit more of the Guerrero feel.
Well, until he softens up this kid, he can't take a chance of getting hit by a guy that weighs 15 pounds more than he does. Kenny Bayless right on top, he's getting rough on the inside. Here's Kenny giving the warning. Kenny's not going to have it.
Don't make it hard. Keep it clean. Understand?
Mira, ahí me hace con el guante. Ahí me hace con el guante en la cara y ahí fue cuando le pego en la pierna. Porque me agarró así, me empezó a tallar los ojos con el guante y le pegué en la pierna. Dicen que para toda acción hay una reacción y esa fue mi reacción.
I feel symbolic of the fact that Mayweather on that particular night felt like, I'm the master here. This is my domain. I own this ring. This 20 by 20 stretch of canvas that's roped off, it's mine. And I think, looking back, he probably looks at Canelo as a kid.
Look at the hand speed. Look at that mouse coming up underneath the left eye. Slowly, Floyd is busting up that face of Canelo Alvarez. Meanwhile, Mayweather seemingly unmarked. There's a straight left hand by Canelo. That should give the Mexicans something to cheer for. That ends the fourth. How about it, folks? Do you like it? I love it. So far, it's been boxing lesson time for the young up-and-comer, undefeated two-time world champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who holds 2 belts at 154. Tonight, he weighs 165. But yesterday, he got all the way down to 152, which was the contract weight for this fight.
Floyd Mayweather has strategically picked his opponents for years, and there was a reason he was choosing Canelo Alvarez at that time and at that weight. I mean, he made Canelo cut from 154 down to 152, and that may not seem like a lot, but asking a young fighter to lose that extra 2 pounds, that was a smart veteran move by Floyd Mayweather.
Fíjate que las libras las agarró porque era su peso natural. Él regularmente subía a pelear en esas libras. Él era un peso super welter y en esa pelea creo que peleamos en 152 libras o 51, pero al final de cuentas cuando se rehidrata, pues recupera las libras que pues en sus anteriores peleas había estado peleando.
Me maté muchísimo para dar ese peso, duré como 4 días sin comer más o menos, para poder dar las 152 libras. Pues no tenía ni un gramo de grasa, imagínate, duré 4 días sin comer y ya ahí empecé a sentir mi cuerpo como muy agotado, muy desgastado. Y si ves mi cuerpo está todavía flaquito. A pesar de que me subí 13 libras, me sentía muy débil de las piernas. Subí de peso, pero más que nada fueron líquidos, no fue tanto en carbohidratos, proteínas, en cosas que le dieran fuerza a mi cuerpo. De hecho, cuando golpeaba sentía que no estaba golpeando fuerte.
That's why Canelo started to impose that 155-pound weight class later on in his career when he had the power and the wherewithal to do it to other opponents because he knew what those 2 pounds did to him. And so it's part of that learning process is you do to me, I'm gonna do unto others.
Canelo keeps trying to come in. All he wants, one opportunity to get over the jab, and he's just missing.
But that's Floyd. He's not just missing because he's inaccurate. He's just missing because of Floyd's defense.
No, stop.
Only a few seconds left in round number 5. Perfect fight so far for the champion. Well, they're both champions, but I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather.
Tenemos que ganar los rounds, mijo, tirar más golpes al cuerpo, meterle más presión.
Toda la pelea lo sentí, ese sentimiento de urgencia, de tratar de conectar mis golpes.
All right, folks, we're coming up to round number 6, approaching the halfway point. The Alvarez family, a bit of a look of concern on their face.
The phenomenon against Alvarez, as he keeps trying to get in here, is that all of his other opponents now resemble slow motion when he goes up against Mayweather. There's just a subtle speed that Mayweather has that prevents him from getting there. Punches that he is used to landing against other opponents. Punches that have dropped other opponents. Punches that have stopped other opponents are coming up short or wide against Mayweather.
No tuve la paciencia para poder saber cómo entrar, cómo irlo minando y tener esa paciencia para que llegue el momento de conectar mis golpes. Me sentí muy presionado ahora de quererlo atacar, de quererlo conectar y eso fue creo que uno de mis errores. Obviamente en mi esquina me decían que presionara, yo sé cómo hacerlo de una manera inteligente, pero como te digo, no tenía la experiencia para tener la paciencia de hacerlo.
You do get the sense he still feels that he will land a shot, a good one, sometime in this fight, but that's only one isolated moment.
Yo pensaba, tengo que hacerlo ya desde ahorita, entonces, si fuera en este momento la manera en la que pienso y lo que he pasado, pues oye, ok, poco a poquito, sé cómo irlo minando y llega el momento que ya empiezas a conectar los golpes, ¿no? Pero pues toda la pelea me la pasé tratando de figurar cómo conectarlo bien, sólido.
This guy, he's so much under control. Look at the way he makes Alvarez. He's making him look like an amateur. And this is a 2-time world champion in his own right. Look at Floyd, 3 in a row. They don't hurt him, but he's winning the round. I mean, there's no question he's winning the round.
I knew that he was in over his head, and it was evident. You know, Floyd was able to hit him and not get hit, do typical Floyd stuff, but it almost got to a point where it was almost like a showcase. Like, what can Floyd not do? You know, he was doing everything. The shoulder roll defense is kind of like you tucking in your chin inside of your shoulder and you're protecting this. So it's kind of like a small pouch that you're protecting your body and your chin at the same time. And you're also turning your body from wide, so now it's a smaller target. So even though it seems so subtle, it really could be effective, and Floyd perfected that.
Ahorita si fuera en este momento, imagínate, ahí le desbarato los hombros primero. O sea, ahí es cuando tuve que haberle hecho. No tenía la experiencia suficiente, ahí estaba ya un poco desesperado. que no podía conectarlo sólido. Y él con la experiencia que tenía, mira, yo le tiraba y él nada más se quitaba los golpes y luego llegaba, me tiraba 1 o 2 y ganaba los 2 o 3 golpes, con eso me ganaba los rounds.
He's doing what he wants to do. And again, Dave, you said, when have you ever seen this kid in the corner like this? Backing into the corner, not getting mad, not coming out. Why doesn't he grab him and throw him down? He's letting this guy beat him up. Look at that right hand. Has he hurt him? I don't know.
One thing Floyd does to a lot of people, a lot of great boxers do this. Even though they don't hit you often, they don't hit you hard, they make you capitulate mentally.
Canelo coming in, he's frustrated, wants to land something big, lines up, can't catch him.
Because they're so elusive, they make fighters, even very, very good ones, insecure. And once they make you miss or they slip a few punches, I've seen really good fighters almost afraid to throw punches because they don't want to look foolish.
In that fight, Canelo had one of the worst strategies I've ever seen because he went in there and tried to outbox the greatest boxer of this generation. He just didn't assert himself in the way we see Canelo assert himself now. Now, the modern version of Canelo is a predator in the ring. He hunts you until he catches you. Against Mayweather, he was just fighting Mayweather's game and it made no sense.
En esa pelea lo único que me recuerda es la experiencia de boxear con un boxeador de ese nivel, porque realmente las cosas no salieron como nosotros hayamos querido.
Que no hubo mucha acción, me fue ganando los rounds.
And Saul, well, all he can do is go for the home run now. It's all that's left for him, and that's what's still exciting. Big left hand. That was a solid punch. Big right hand. Folks, you are watching absolutely one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing.
No, pues estaba desesperado. Mira, si me veo, estaba desesperado, hasta me paro en medio del ring para poder cambiar ritmos o a ver si de alguna manera podía conectar mis golpes y estaba desesperado, tratando de conectar golpes, de agarrarlo con un solo golpe.
Here we go, the 12th and final round. You still have the anticipation, at least the Mexican fans do, that maybe, with the help of God, Alvarez could do something with his right hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mayweather has defeated him. The kid went to school tonight.
La verdad es que no tenía la potencia. No tenía la potencia, no me recuperé, no tenía la potencia para hacerle daño.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a majority decision. The winner of the Super Welterweight Championship of the world, Floyd Mayweather.
No, pues nada más le dijimos mi papá y yo que tranquilo, que tenemos que saber perder, que se había perdido. Cuando vas empezando a despuntar tu carrera y de repente te llega la derrota, creo que es complicado para cualquier deportista.
Was this a clinic and a lesson in your mind?
Canelo is a young, strong champion. I take my hat off to him. I take my hat off to the country of Mexico. Mexico has produced some great champions throughout the years, and Canelo is a champion. He's a true champion at heart, and a true champion like Canelo, he can take a loss and bounce back.
Siempre lo he dicho, no lo tomo como una derrota, lo tomo como un aprendizaje grande en mi carrera. La lección más grande que aprendí es que no quiero volver a sentir lo que se siente una derrota.
Defeat for all fighters doesn't mean the same. It takes a mature mind to look at a defeat as a lesson. And for a smart fighter who goes in there and gives their all and realize that their all wasn't enough, goes back to the drawing board and focus on those things that they can do better.
Mayweather fue un parteaguas en la carrera de Canelo y a partir de eso empezó a evolucionar como persona, no solamente como peleador y deportista, como persona, como empresario, porque empezó a ver las cosas muy diferentes. Después de esa pelea empezó a pulirlo de cierta forma. El estudio que tuvieron de boxeo fue sumamente diferente y eso es una evolución que lo ha llevado a donde está.
Canelo is a student of the game. You know, he's someone that from such an early age has been fighting and fighting and fighting. And he's just understood over the years what it takes in the ring, what it takes out of the ring, what it takes to beat a certain star. And he's mastered the sport to the point where the prime Canelo Alvarez, which he's probably now, versus the prime Floyd Mayweather is a fight that you would have dreamed to see.
Simplemente fue la experiencia. Si yo veo al Canelo de ahí, al Canelo de ahorita, pues es totalmente otra historia. Sería una pelea completamente diferente. Siempre he dicho que a lo mejor si hubiera ganado esa noche, todo se me hubiera venido encima, la fama, dinero, y quizás no iba a funcionar en ese momento. Me volvería loco quizás, y por eso no era mi momento. No lo tomo de esa manera, no era mi momento. Me tomó unos días asimilarlo y en mí dije siempre, esto no me va a parar para ser un día el mejor peleador del mundo.